Miracle of the Holy Quran, Part 2, we may also sense the greatness of the Prophet's command to use the miswak in his words. The siwak is purifying for the mouth and pleasing to the Lord. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, did not get up after a nap either at night or during the day without using the siwak. And the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, urged his ummah to use the siwak all the time when he said, "Were it not that it would be too hard for my ummah, I would have commanded them to use the siwak at the time of every prayer, as is proved in the Sahihain. When the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, got up at night, he would clean his mouth with the siwak, and he also encouraged us to use the siwak all the time, even when fasting. That is because of the great benefits that it offers to the mouth and teeth. These benefits include the following. 1. It kills germs. Research has proved that it kills off at least 5 types of disease-causing germs that are found in the mouth, the most important of which is the streptococcus bacteria, which causes some types of rheumatic fever of Brown and Jacob 1979. 2. It removes food remnants and yellowness from the teeth and makes teeth shiny. 3. It purifies the mouth by killing germs and treats wounds and inflammation of the gums. 4. It prevents the growth of germs by increasing acidity in the mouth. 5. It removes plaque before it becomes hard and affects the tissues. 6. It prevents diseases of the mouth and teeth. 7. It has been proved that it effectively reduces sugar levels and has an anti-cancer effect. Step 3. Rinsing the nose by snuffing up water, then expelling it. Snuffing up water into the nose and then expelling it has many medical benefits. The most important of which is that it removes accumulated secretions from the nasal cavity, as well as dust that adheres to the mucous lining of the nose, such as house dust, pollen, and the airborne spores of some funguses and molds. It moistens the inside of the nose so as to keep the mucous lining in good condition and removes microorganisms that cling to the inside of the nasal cavity. Studies that were carried out to find out the effect of wudu on the nasal health have proved that the noses of those who do not pray are inhabited by huge numbers of streptococcus and staphylococcus germs as well as other bacteria, whereas the noses of those who regularly performed wudu do not contain any colonies of germs, although in a few cases there were small numbers of germs, which soon disappeared after they were taught how to rinse the nose properly. Hence the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, advised against going to extremes in rinsing the nose and repeating it 3 times, so as to get rid of all the microorganisms present in this vital and important place, because it is the entrance to the respiratory system. Step 4. Usually cool ablution. Islam also prescribed washing the entire body and made it obligatory or recommended, and even stated the maximum length of time which one cannot go beyond without doing ghusl. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "It is the right of Allah upon every Muslim that he should do ghusl every 7 days, when he should wash his head and body." Narrated by Al-Bukhari and Muslim. This achieves the aim of perfection in keeping the entire body clean and removes a large number of microorganisms that live on human skin. Medical sources state that the skin is regarded as a habitat for a large number of bacteria and fungi which live on the skin and at the hair roots, the number of which varies between 10,000 and 100,000 per square centimeter of skin. On uncovered areas of skin, the number varies between 1 million and 5 million per square centimeter, and this number is even greater in damp areas such as the groin and armpit, rising to 10 million per cm2. And these microorganisms are continually multiplying. Ghusl and wudu are the best means of removing these organisms. Wudu cleans the entire body, as it was narrated that when the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, did ghusl, he poured water onto his skin, making sure it reached his entire body. Similarly, wudu cleans the exposed areas of the body, which are the most heavily contaminated with germs. Hence, washing them repeatedly is very important. A number of studies undertaken by specialized scientists have proved that bathing removes 90% of these organisms from the body, i.e. more than 200 million organisms at one time. These organisms cling to the skin, hence the lawgiver enjoined rubbing the skin during wudu and ghusl. Step 5. Sunan al-Fitra and individual cleanliness. The Sunan al-Fitra, which were enjoined by the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, represent the basis of individual cleanliness. Imam Muslim narrated that the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said 10 things are of the fitrah: trimming the mustache, letting the beard grow, using the siwak, rinsing the mouth with water, clipping the nails, washing the knuckles, plucking armpit hair, shaving the pubes, and washing after, relieving oneself. Narrated by Muslim, medical research has shown us the extreme importance of applying these things and the harm that results from neglecting them. Letting the nails grow may cause disease, as millions of germs collect underneath them. This has been discussed by specialists. Letting the pubic hair grow is responsible for the disease of pubic lice, which is widespread in Europe and which leads to ulcers and infections in this area. With regard to circumcision, research has proved that those who are uncircumcised suffer a higher rate of urinary tract disease, caused by a number of germs, especially E. coli, as well as a higher rate of pus and bacteria in the urine. The link between cervical cancer and non-circumcised men has also been proved. Washing the knuckles removes colonies of microorganisms that use the folds in the skin in these places to hide in. Plucking the armpit hair cleans this hidden area of the skin in which dirt gathers and germs, especially fungi, grow. Some of the germs like to live on the hairs themselves,